Gentlemen, welcome to Tech Geek Webinars, our endeavor to empower techies. Today's session is third in the Advanced Java series, and topic for today's webinar is Java Design Patterns, Useful Variations in Singleton Pattern. We are delighted to have Mr. Hemant Kumar Dugar, Training Consultant at Login to Java with us today. Hemant is a motivated achiever with more than 15 years of significant progressive experience in IT. PMP certified professional, having a sound base for core concepts in managing projects and processes at various knowledge areas. Having extensive knowledge of managing projects using various PM methodologies. Equally sound in technology with more than 7 years of hands-on development in OO environment, while most of the projects worked were in Java, J2EE and related technologies, and he has also completed some of the finest works in C# and PHP. Gentlemen, this presentation will continue for next 45 minutes and we'll take your questions after the presentation. In the meanwhile, you can post your queries to the chat pane available in the webinar software. Without further ado, I introduce you to our guest speaker, Mr. Hemant.
Just wanted to confirm that am I audible?
Yeah, Mr. Hemant, you are audible and we can see your screen also. Please go ahead.
Okay,
Thank
sure. Thank you. Hi everyone. Welcome to the session for Singleton design pattern. So we have a mixed entry with some freshers also. So I will start with the introduction to the design pattern in brief, and we'll start drilling down the Singleton pattern later on. Now, I will have these topics today, design patterns and Java, drill down the Singleton pattern, discussion on Singleton variations and suitable situations where each fit, a real-life programming example, some question answer session, and we'll discuss few possible interview questions also. So, if you want to define the design patterns, there can be a few definitions. Some of them are here. Design patterns constitute a set of rules describing how to accomplish certain tasks in the realm of software development. In other words, you can also say a pattern addresses a recurring design problem that arises in specific design situations and present a solution to it. In other words, we can also say a pattern is a global solution to common design problems such that you could use the solution many times and never quite use it the same way twice. If I had to take an example for this in some real life, so you can say suppose there is a recipe for some say Hyderabadi biryani. So that recipe includes some objects as you can say ingredients for that particular dish. So all those ingredients and each ingredient, when that ingredient will be used while preparing the Hyderabadi biryani, with each of the ingredient, if required, some processing will be done over it. So the whole recipe itself is a pattern. You follow that recipe and you can prepare the Hyderabadi biryani. So this is one very simple example. In computer programming, the term pattern was first coined by Christopher Alexander in around 1977, that is relating to use of pattern in architecture. The use of pattern in object-oriented context is very recent, with a vast majority of work done somewhere around 1994. It's started actually. In object-oriented design, there may be many implementation solution possibilities to a given problem. So before we start discussing object-oriented, I will take an example, or I will discuss on procedural programming languages like C. Excuse me. If you are programming in C, so what you do, you break down your module into smaller tasks, break down till you get a task that accomplish a unique, single unique purpose. So this basically advocates for the reusability. If you want to use, and you create a function for each of the individual tasks and then call that function maybe with some parameter and take a return value from that module, from that function. If you want to use all those functions in the same program, it's fine. You can put all those functions in a separate portion of your program file. But if you want to use some of the functions to the different program, you need to make a header file out of it and then use that header file. So in procedural programming language, the pattern is very simple. But when it comes to object-oriented patterns, there are many things that comes with the object-oriented, classes, objects, interfaces, inheritance. So this makes the thing more like real-world objects or real-world classes or objects. So in object-oriented, there may be many implementation solution possibilities to a given problem. So a pattern may be helpful for a wide range of similar problems to which the pattern solution is mapped. Now, how patterns add to object-oriented? Common problems while designing: assigning responsibilities to software components appropriately. Which class is responsible for handling particular event? Which class should perform particular action? Problems while creation of suitable objects, abstractions from the problem specification, and many more such problems you came across in your day-to-day programming. So after years of software creation in industry, a developer acquires knowledge of certain guidelines and heuristics in object-oriented design, and patterns formalize these principles. So future developers do not have to learn them the same way. So as a developer, you come across many such situations when you have been using, for example, connection pool, cache management, or some producer consumer while using threading. So for those situations, there are patterns, and if you know those patterns, that particular knowledge helps you in creating a robust code. Well-tested and proven solution templates, well-planned object modules are actually logical, robust, maintainable, expandable, and reusable. So lots of advantage with design patterns. Leads to faster development, faster, easier, and improved communication. This is one of the good example, good advantage, you can say, for the design pattern. It improves communication. How it improves communication? You can imagine a meeting between developers, a team, technical team members is going on. There are 4 or 5 members attending that particular meeting. So at a particular situation, if team lead says you can use strategy pattern over here. So just by saying a few words, everything gets communicated. And if the team doesn't have knowledge of design patterns, then I suppose it may take much longer time to first explain the things how the strategy pattern should be. Or if even you don't know strategy pattern, there are many other ways to complete that particular thing, but because the strategy pattern is proven, definitely it is the best solution. Otherwise, your code may not be that robust. And it may take also time during coding as well as maintaining the code, including the more time that you spend in the meeting. Then improved code understanding overall reduces cost of development and maintenance. Design patterns and Java. It is helpful to